Hey guys, what's going on today? Bojo here, back again for another NHL 17 news video, and in today's video, we are going to be breaking down the huge September 9th patch update for NHL 17. So we did not have to wait very long for EA to implement their first huge update into NHL 17 before the game has even came out, and this was around I believe 3.5 to 4 gigabyte download. I knew they shut the servers off last night from, I believe at 4:30 in the morning my time, so Eastern Standard Time, to I guess put this patch into place. And it's going to be a lot of reading for me here in this video, but we're going to be going over every single little point from every game mode, every feature, commentary, audio, visual things, everything that is in NHL 17 we are going to be talking about in this patch because they pretty much touched on every single thing. So if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button down below and subscribing if you guys want to see more news updates, as well as go check out all my other NHL 17 related content on the channel. But without further ado, let's get started by diving into this patch by first taking a look at all the goaltender improvements for the patch. Obviously, if you guys don't want to hear my opinions, I'll leave the link down below for the forum and you guys can go check it out yourselves. So first off, let's start with the goalies. Fixes to conditions around goalie interference for more accurate penalty calling. Allow for a human-controlled goalies to play as the extra attacker in EASHL games. That's a huge one right there. I can't tell you how many goalies I played with in both like LG and just goofing around in EASHL. You don't know how frustrating it is for when the other team gets a delayed penalty and the goalies just have to rush to the bench. The goalies should get a reward and your team should get a reward if you can cycle the puck around in the offensive zone, giving your goaltender a chance to get to the bench and then allowing him to play as the extra attacker when on a delayed penalty call. That is awesome. Or pulling the goalie at the end of the game. That one is a huge one because if your goalie is decent as like a forward or a defenseman or anything like that, if your team is trying to tie the game late in the game, and he is out there as the extra attacker, that is really, really awesome. And it's going to give you a huge boost now to rather than just playing with a computer-controlled goalie. That's a really cool update. Added better ability for user goalies to resolve a save attempts on deflections. Add functionality for users to press the cover puck button when controlling the goalie with possession of the puck on his stick or in his glove. Updates to performance when playing from the new goalie fixed camera. Updates to human control goalie save logic so that the goalie won't go into desperation saves unless they are already moving or really need to stretch out to make the save. This will improve cases where the goalie makes a big autosave on harmless passes and pucks going wide, as well as stopping him from being left vulnerable in a sitting position if the first shot didn't require a desperation save. Add a new control the goalie glove saves when the goalie is in good position. Added cases where the goalie was getting stuck between states when a user would take control and switch back to AI control. Fix for goalies in possession of the puck putting a stick through the boards and getting a whistle. Added more coverage out of butterfly slides done with the right stick. Updated AI goalie logic to handle cases better when the puck is coming in at very sharp angles. Updates to AI goalie logic for tracking shooters as they cut across the net. They are more aware of the shooting capabilities now. Addressed issues with momentum when trying to stack the pads. Updates to human goalie save logic when shots are near their body versus when they have to reach out for them. This should help goalies who are in better position and hinder goalies who stay back in their net. Various fixes to transitions into and out of the hug post from various positions and angles. Fixes where the goalie would rotate the wrong way when trying to transition onto the post. Increased cover puck consistency. Added more goalie post-goal reactions. Added functionality when going directly from set to butterfly post lean. This removes the limitation of pressing butterfly before pressing hug post. Various goalie animation fixes, and increased responsiveness and precision movement, especially when moving laterally. So that's a lot of goalie improvements that they made there. Just going off of what I have seen, experienced with both my Goalie Be a Pro and my EASHL time that I've played briefly so far in the game. EASHL, from what I was seeing, a lot of my EASHL goaltenders, human and computers, were being beat generally straight up with just really good shots, cutting across, things where my goaltenders and my teammates were in really, really good positions to save the shots, and they were just going in. That and the fact that the speed of like EASHL is obviously increased to a much higher rate this year, so it was very interesting to see. In my Be a Pro, I was still having trouble with those post-to-post actions. The goaltender was still like turning sideways and getting stuck on the sticky posts and things like that. So I'm glad, hopefully a lot of these goaltender fixes will really help to play a better goaltender in the game. So next up we go to defense. Updates to incidental stick and puck contact with the goalie for more accuracy. Various improvements to incidental stick-on-stick contact for more accuracy. Fixed issues where incidental stick contact wasn't affecting the puck carrier during some puck pickups past receptions. Extended stick lift will now modify into board play if the puck carrier goes into board play. Tweaked ease of alignment for getting into net battles and extended stick lifts. Fix various sticks to hand bending issues and animations. Ability to perform extended stick lifts all over the ice. They were originally limited to the net battle areas of the ice. Updates to make the transition between stick lift and extended stick lifts more responsive to what the player intends. Updates to how extended stick lifts impact the ability to receive the puck or keep possession of a puck. Updated push check animations to better respect where the defender's stick was before he initiated the push. Updated physical preparedness calculation when the player being hit was in the middle of a pass. They were previously more prepared than they should be. Better defensive coverage on the strong side winger on the breakout. Improved AI defense when they are on the power play with the man advantage. Use the extra man to minimize the PK's team effort with the puck. Addressed issues where the AI defenders would overcommit skating forwards out of their zone, which would hurt their ability to get good gap on the rush. AI players won't auto line change when the team has possession in the offensive zone unless they are extremely tired. Updated cases for a defender to drop the puck if they are going to take the puck into their own net. If a defender carries the puck into their own net, it can now be counted as a goal. A lot of those things down at the bottom are really big improvements. Whenever a defender, has control of the puck and he does that awkward turn into the goaltender, it seems like he always hits an invisible wall. Doesn't seem like that'll happen anymore. The puck will go straight into the net. AI players won't auto line change when the team has possession in the offensive zone. Thank you. Can't tell you how many times I dealt with that before in Hockey Ultimate Team, where I'm putting up a good cycle on an opponent and I'm ready to pass it to my other player or my defender, and he decides to go off for a random line change. Doesn't make sense. It shouldn't happen. I'm glad they addressed that. And then there's just a lot of really cool AI improvements from the defense with the man advantage on the power plays, push checks, the extended stick lifts. I feel like there was a lot of issues with the net battles where sometimes I was trying to hold Y and they just would not initiate at all. You had to be really lucky, or you had to be like directly hugging the dude in order to initiate a net battle and those extended stick lifts. So I'm glad that they addressed that. Puck pickups and receptions. Improved pickups in cases where the puck is behind a player. Added coverage to skate pickups to help with the pucks in the feet or directly behind a player. Animation updates to pickups where sticks weren't flush to the ice. Updates to conditions and coverage for turning pickups. Updates to pass assist to not lead players as much if it is going to lead to an offside. Updates to how pickups will attempt to resolve if the puck changes trajectory. So a lot of people are having issues with the puck pickups once again. I was having them a lot last night in the ASHL where the players were just not picking up the puck at all. They would skate near it. I showed you guys that one example in the Draft Champions where Alex Tanguay beat the one player to an icing, and then as he was turning to go around the net, where I'm thinking, okay, he'll pick up the puck and I can go around the net, just didn't pick it up at all, even though he was very close to it. So hopefully these little improvements address that as well. Some two miscellaneous things. It updated how holding penalties work to get more accurate penalty calls, ability to manually set min and max pass speed in gameplay sliders. Holding penalties were annoying for both people I'm playing against and people, for the calls against other players and the calls against me. I think people were not happy with the holding penalties where a pass was sent away, the guy gets held there for maybe 2 or 3 seconds, and a penalty was called immediately for holding. Holding should be when he's holding him there for like 3 or 4 seconds, or the puck, he doesn't even have possession of the puck at all. So I'm glad that they addressed the holding penalties to be a little bit more accurate. All right, so now we move on to some presentation upgrades for the crowds. Improved crowd reaction and behavior when a major milestone has been achieved. Updates to European fan signs. Improved fan distribution, signage, and team clothing assessment in World Cup of Hockey mode. General crowd behavior and reaction improvements. For cameras, it added the new introduction cameras for several stadiums and improved camera tracking when the puck is in the corner. I feel like that was a little bit of improvement as well to update the way the camera was. I also felt like there was an issue with the scoreboard in the top left-hand corner, where if the puck was going into that corner, sometimes the scoreboard would just not fade away directly. So hopefully that's what they're talking about here as well with the scoreboard, and just the puck into the corner is very hard to see where the puck actually is. Glad they updated that as well. Okay, some artwork addressed C-color issues during t-shirt night promo nights in Arizona, added promo puck and promo bobblehead placement in several stadiums to avoid the stanchions, improved New Jersey Devils mascot animations around the boards and glass, improvements to Carolina PNC Arena lighting. What else here? Goal light and Scott trade, update for the scoreboard and Scott trade, lighting improvements, arena shadows, circles at the top of the scoreboard for Buffalo, banners in New Jersey. All ECHL stadiums now have blue goalposts. So just a lot of aesthetic improvements for the artwork for that one, for an environmental ones. Players, improvements to hair for several star players, added new goalie mask art for several teams, including Anaheim, Boston, Buffalo, Calgary, Chicago, Detroit, Edmonton, Minnesota, Montreal, Nashville, New Jersey, New York Islanders, Ottawa, Philadelphia, St. Louis, Tampa Bay, and Washington. So there are new goalie masks in the game. You guys have the list of teams right there. If you want to go check them out, go for it. Quality of improvements of some of the generic hairstyles in the creation zone. Equipment. Gold Stick Award art tuning. Authenticity improvements to the CCM Extreme Flex Pro line of equipment. 2 Bauer skate blades updated for authenticity. Crefeld Penguins logo updated for authenticity. And then just a lot of updates for some goalie pads, the Brian pads, CCMs, Coho, Vaughn, and added CCM Extreme Flex 3 pole. Yeah, so a lot of different goaltender pads for specific brands, improvements to make them more authentic. Uniforms. So they added a bunch of new uniforms into the game. The Condors alternate, Chicago Wolves alternate, Cleveland Monsters jerseys, Wilkes-Barre Scranton, Hartford, Hershey, Stockton, German national team, Arcadia Bathurst Titans, the Orlando Solar Bears, the number font, and the Czech Republic home and away. Audio improvements. The Lake Erie Monsters sample was now changed to the Cleveland Monsters. Added speech for 2,000 and 3,000 point milestones. Many improvements to commentator awareness and accuracy. Goal horn volume increased. I feel like that was huge. The goal horns were not loud at all. Sound effects for fight collisions, sound effects for when the puck goes off a goalie helmet. The crowd, improved crowd excitement after a goal is scored, added crowd countdown to final buzzer in important games, improved crowd reaction and excitement when a player achieves personal milestones. NBC and Wednesday Night Rivalry themes tuned for improved timing. Music now ends when the screen fades to black. Now, they say, I don't know if they touched this in any of the previous things I talked about for the audio thing. I'm not sure if they fixed the one audio issue in Hockey Ultimate Team where when the away team scores, the goal horn still goes off. I don't know if they've touched on this. I don't know if it's lower down because we're still ways away of getting through all these improvements. But that was another issue that I specifically remember hearing in Hockey Ultimate Team, where if my opponent scored a goal and he's the away team, the goal horn still goes off for some odd reason. So hopefully that gets fixed. Online improvements. Added a new camera angle called Zone, which was formerly known as Custom 3. Added the online pass assist percentage slider to the control menus for all online modes, and defaults to 100%, which is the online default. From there, the user can move the slider down to have less pass assist. And then control images added to the controller settings screen for usability. Lots of EASHL improvements. I mean a ton. Room leader captain icon to remain persistent from dressing room to side select. Fix several issues with the set for all positions option in Edit Pro. Fix the chat box in the drop-in and club's dressing room when specific special characters were being entered. Addressed various camera issues in the small and large community rinks. Added stock team branding in EASHL Edit Team. Allows for a club to use the stock logo from our title. Stock uniforms as their home, away, and alternate uniforms. Stock team branding does not allow for recoloring of logos or uniforms. I don't know what these stock team branding things are. I'm really confused what they are. Has been added to plug Club progression is assigned to the following requirements. Oh, is that like the black EA jersey? If I'm thinking correctly, is that like the black and the white EA jersey with the EA logo right in the front? I'm not sure. So what is that? Complete 35 games. Vintage uniforms reach Club Prestige 1, level 13. Alternates, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Added high tilted visor as player progression unlocked at player Prestige level 1, Prestige 1, level 7. Added player summary screen at the end of the game. It shows the profile names of the users in the game and their stats. So that's cool. Used to compare player stats and or for club GMs to scout players. GMs can invite players to join their clubs from this screen. Added the ability to enter, edit player, or edit team from the drop-in and club dressing rooms. Allows players to customize their player or club between games without having to leave their group experience. That's pretty cool. For drop-in, it allows the players to remain in their persistent dressing room lobby. Added rich presence to the drop-in dressing room. Allows players to see that their teammates from the previous game are still in the post-game flow. Allows players to see that their teammates are customizing their player, also available in the club dressing room. Human goalies can now pull themselves and become a human-controlled extra attacker from the bench. We already talked about that. And then they added a bunch of milestones to the EASHL commentary team, and they will announce the goal and point milestones for the following, all those. So 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 499, 500, 999, 1,000, 2, 3, and then all the points totals right there. Be a pro. Be a pro player can now get injured for multiple games. 2 times experience game situation now shown on the Be a Pro Be a Pro shift timer. Be a Pro coaching feedback post-game screen added with 5-game summary graph. 3rd and 4th liners now get more ice time when playing quick Be a Pro games. Added a message on the Be a Pro coaching feedback overlay to remind users more feedback available in the pause menu. Tuned some 2 times experience game situations. Improved shift timer line change animation timing to match hint or on ice visual trainer. Improved logic around where hints, suggested focus are skipped on expert mode. Improved camera in Be a Pro. Updates when starting a shift jumping off the bench, when skating to the bench to a line change, updates for tracking when shots are taken, and various other focus updates. So the camera won't be screwed up anymore, at least when you're jumping off the bench for another shift. Coaching feedback tune logic for when to show certain feedback hints. Saucer passes are no longer considered weak passes. Goalies no longer penalized for careless wandering when going to the bench for delay penalty extra attacker. I never experienced that. Franchise mode. Bunch of things for franchise mode as well. Promotion nights can now be scheduled throughout the regular season. Added 8 new owner goals. So improved top 6 forward, improved top 4 defense, improved starting goalies. These will only occur if the team is currently weak in a given position. Get X sellouts in a season, win X games in a season, win X home games, win X road games, improve team chemistry by a certain amount. Added functionality where a user receives additional funding for completing owner goals. Added functionality for team performance-based owner goals to change based on the team's current status during the season. Added functionality where owner goals for stadium upgrades are processed immediately instead of at the end of construction. Added team status and team record to the trade screen. Added playoff tree view to the stats central tile. Added retirement screen to view the league's retired players. Improved upgrading. Replaced current upgrading maintaining flow with a new overlay to upgrade and maintain an object. Added an indicator for what object pertains to an owner goal. More information is surfaced when an item is not actionable. Quick link to the operation budget screen to quickly allocate funds. Added owner goals section to the franchise overview screen. Added 7 new categories for the team information section in the franchise overview screen. So they added 7 new categories for that. So number of sellouts, days until the trade deadline, the rookie draft, free agency, re-signed stays, number of injured players, and current funds available. They also added 7 new relocation options. So 7 new cities were added to the relocation feature. You can now relocate your franchise to Atlanta, Birmingham, Markham, Ontario, Regina, Saskatoon, San Francisco, Miami, and Sacramento. Added the reminder notification to alert the user to set a marketing budget once the season ticket drive has started. And then finally, our last little section for Hockey Ultimate Team, improved set completion flow. So collection and auction house search filters will automatically lock to the appropriate item types when attempting to add new items to a set. New animation added when all of the items to complete a set have been added by the user. Improved the set completion confirmation message screen. Added a quick link to the unopened pack screen from the second and third level of the set screen when there are available packs for the player to open. Users can now easily access the reward packs after completing sets using this new functionality, and added a scroll bar to the Synergy glossary screen to let players know that there are more Synergy styles available. Whew! Man, I'm tired, but there you go, guys. That is a ton of improvements that they made into the game. The game isn't even out yet. That's just a patch that they threw into this game. And honestly, if they are going to fix a whole lot of these things for every single game mode and every single little feature in the game, for every position, or just audio improvements, aesthetic improvements, the way the CPUs play, I think we're going to be in for a very great year if they're going to be doing things like this that often. Obviously, people will be very happy if they continue to do, more roster updates and things like that. But if they can continue to upgrade the game and listen to feedback and continue to make it better and better, this game could be pretty good. Obviously, it is good right now. There's a ton of stuff to do. And the fact that they're improving upon them so that everybody is having a much better experience with the game, good on EA, and I'm happy for some of these improvements reading through. So if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like. I grinded through it as best I can. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys too much, but there were a lot of really cool, interesting facts that we went over here. Like once again, guys, I said if you want to go check out the post on the forum, the link is in the description. If you want to go look at something specific for a certain category, it'll probably be in there. You can also listen to the community's reaction to some of these improvements for the patch. And down below in the comments section down below, guys, make sure to let me know what your favorite improvement from this patch is and what are you still looking forward to having them improve as the game gets closer to release and hopefully will improve throughout the year. But thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe as always. And I'll see you guys next time for another NHL 17 video.